Legal. Stop sweating me, porra. There's no. Legal. Stop sweating me, porra. There's no. Legal. Stop sweating me, porra. There's nothing wrong with you, stereo sister. Do not attempt to adjust the station. You Uncle Hanachi's in control. I'm control the vertical. I'm control the horizontal. For the next hour, sit back, relax, and let you Uncle Hanachi to take control.
Don't sweat the technique.
This is the Vale Tudo hour. With Renato Laranja. Introduce my trusty guest co-host, who is none other than Kenny Florian, Ken Flo.
Thanks, man. It's an honor to be on the podcast. First one, congratulations. Your English has gotten so much better, by the way.
Well, I agree. As if it was shitty before. It's almost like when you tell a chick, "Oh, God, you lost weight." Yeah, thanks a lot. It's a backhand compliment. We're already starting off on the wrong fucking foot here. But look at us, huh? Look at how far we came. I mean, what I set up, if you guys can't see here, I got Persian hugs here. I got fucking acoustic guitar. I got candle. I have mood lighting in here. I have a gentleman from Singapore who's working the instruments over there, the Texas Instrument computer. And I got everything you can need over here. And, for you female future guests that's going to come, you can experience some of the atmosphere here. And don't worry, Kenny he ain't going to be here to bother you. It's just going to be you and me. Okay, but anyway, let me get back to Kenny Florian here. So, Kenny, I mean, let's talk about you for 2 seconds here, but not for too fucking long. Ever since you made the appearance, your career was in the toilet. You was out of MMA. You was struggling to make ends to meet, and look at you. You did my show, and you did a star churn. Not only did you did an interview, but you did a star churn as Al Pacino.
Yes.
In the classic Heat on the Renato Laranja show. Tell me about the experience of all the doors that was open up for you now and your life now post that experience.
Well, this is true. I was almost homeless at the time. I went on and did that show. I did the appearance with you. And again, I'm super grateful for it. I ended up doing some work for Fox. I did BattleBots, which was on ABC.
You did
after all that stuff. Yeah, and people were asking me for acting gigs. I had to turn them down. So that really opened up the doors for me, for sure.
Well, that's beautiful. That you could get a gig on BattleBot after that. What? Explain to me, because I'm confused. I thought it was some kind of MMA fight. Then I see a fucking Hoomba fighting a Dustbuster. And I don't know what the fuck is going on here. How you keep a straight face when you're talking about like the skill set of these robots?
Well, these robots, it's impressive, man. They have these teams that, guys who work for NASA.
It was a moment for us that we're gonna treasure. Almost like the Brazil and the fucking Olympics coming up in wherever, Japan or China, wherever is that one, Korea.
Oh man.
So now. Tell me, I don't know when this is gonna come out. Could be 3 years from now. Could be tomorrow. I don't know. But one stuff that I want to talk to the people is that we just saw the Super Bowl last night.
Yes.
And as we know, even though Kenny has taken a lot of voice lesson to and diction class to lose that harsh, horrible sounding accent. He is indeed from Bosch.
Yeah.
Where from Hawkesbury or Dorchester, something like that. I can't remember where he was from. The slums.
Yeah, no, definitely. My house was actually the only one that didn't have a 4-car garage, so I grew up pretty tough. Not like
Oh, you didn't grow up in the with the Mark Wahlberg of the world.
Marky Mark, no. Marky Mark, no, I did not.
So tell me, what was your experience last night?
Well,
The feeling of that.
Yeah, listen, just for the Patriots to get to the Super Bowl again, I thought was an amazing accomplishment.
What an exciting!
It was
for
exciting
me, it was
game,
very
man.
No, I'm saying just to see the Patriots in there again. What a treat!
Yeah.
What a fucking treat for everybody. I just love to watch Belichick's fucking sourpuss pacing around and complaining about shit the whole time and wearing a fucking cut-off sweatshirt, and he looked like he's. And then fucking Brady, these guys. What a bunch.
Who would have thought?
What an unlikable bunch.
Who would have thought that Tom Brady would have thrown for over 500 yards and still would have lost the game? It's crazy.
What a blessing. I was sitting there.
You were smiling ear to ear, weren't you?
I gotta be honest because listen, I spent a lot of my life, even though I came from here, I spent a lot of my life in New York City, you know? And listen, it's no secret. We don't usually care for the Boston sports teams too much, okay?
Sure.
I like some Boston Happers, you know. I like, Edo G on the Bulldoggy.
Yeah.
I like, Scientific. I believe he's come from there. You had Guru, who was moved from I believe Hawkesbury and then moved to Brooklyn and all that kind of stuff. So
Gangster,
and I like Cheers, whatnot, Sam Malone, all that shit. But the sports team, not so much. So yes, I've always hated they fucking got. And one of the most best time for me was when they had the perfect season, and it was gonna be the best thing in the history of Bosch, and it was gonna be Brady's crowning achieve. And then the Giants of New York was toppled the fucking guys, and that was one of the best. And I believe, if I'm not wrong, was also the best halftime show in history was Prince. I think it was that same year. It was Bring Me to Cheer when I saw Prince to do Purple Rain, and the rain was genuine coming down there.
Yes, that was actual Purple Rain.
It was, and I'm gonna tell you something. It came full circle because during the halftime show, when I saw Josh Timberlake, and I saw the curtains or whatever's the bedspread or whatever's bed sheets they have, and they put the image of Prince on there. And then I'm not gonna lie, when they pan out and show the arena, and they showed that thing was turned purple, and then the other, I started to became fuck clamp here.
You cried.
I'm not gonna say I cry, but in my throat I feel like something is a lock up in there, and I hope, and I can't chalk, and my eyes maybe got a little mist there.
Yes.
And then it was dawn on me that Prince brought to Eli Manning the luck that day, and was gonna bring to the same luck to fucking Nick Foley.
Yes, that's a good point. That could have happened.
That was what happened.
Yeah.
And Prince, if you Prince, if you're up there now and you can hear this, I love you, and I love to.
And that's where he was from, Minneapolis. I just put.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You just put you and two together.
Yeah,
well, that's why they did the fucking thing. That's why they.
I didn't even know. I just thought because he was a great artist that he.
Yeah, he was a great artist.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it was exciting for me. I half of me was wanted them you guys to win just so that you wouldn't be pissy on the fucking podcast here. But then once the game started, I said fuck those guys and fuck Kenny Flock. Who care? I'll do it without the guy. But yeah, what a mitzvah that happened. And think about this. You still got the Sox.
Yes.
You still got the Sox.
The Celtics.
You got the Celtics.
The Bruins.
Yeah, the Bruin. I forgot about the Bruin. Didn't they had like a black guy with no teeth or some shit like that?
I don't remember.
Something like that. Who was like the goalie that was a big guy for the Bruin? Who cares about the Bruin? Nobody.
Okay.
My fans don't want to hear about the Bruin.
Okay.
So now let me ask you something. I'm seeing a lot of shit going on with your boy Floyd Mayweather, who was just beat Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And now I hear him to talk some shit about the getting to MMA.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? I can't figure out. I mean, clearly that's fucking nuts.
Right.
I can't figure out for myself what is the benefit to even, is he just fucking with people, or is he hoping that they throw him a bum or, a fucking tomato can? What's going on here?
Right.
What's your take? Because you're on the
I don't
inside.
know, man. Yeah.
You're on the inside.
I don't even know. I wish I knew more, but I think that Floyd is a smart businessman, and I think he's probably teasing people to see what the response is, to see if, people would be interested in seeing him fight. And then from there, knowing how much money he would bring in and go, okay, maybe it's worth it to him. I don't think it's worth it to him, to fight in an MMA fight. I think it just...
Who you think
he's going to make... I mean, he's going to make a ton of money,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
there's no one...
How much
there's no
fucking money you're going to need? I mean...
That's
I
what
just don't understand how much money. Sometimes I don't understand that about fucking guys who have all kind of money.
Right.
Like what's that guy's the Koch
brothers.
brother?
Yeah.
Like how much money those guys have, like billions of dollars. Like, and then your main goal in life is to make like
more
to make that sure that you get more. I just don't understand. And it's that much important to you.
Yeah.
Where you gotta make that shit happen.
It's power, man. After that, it's not about the money. They already had the money. Now it's about influence and
But look
power, how much they can
I
change.
have. I already have enough power.
It's true.
Now I want some fucking money. Kenny Floyd. And that bring me back.
You deserve it.
That bring me back full circle to the fact that, we just went over this. You're doing all kind of stuff after I made you, to be famous again.
Yes.
You're having a second act.
Yes.
And the problem is, everybody got agent and managers and stuff, but nobody thought about send maybe a check to your Uncle Henach. I wonder about that sometimes.
I sent you at least one to your address that you gave to me, and then I don't know if it got lost or.
Caray, we'll cancel that one, and we're gonna.
I'll send another.
We're gonna ink up another one here.
Okay.
Okay. And how's your wife?
She's great. We're about to give birth any day now.
Yeah, you're gonna
call.
be in there doing
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
I love
I
guys.
won't feel.
I love guys who say we're pregnant. We're doing all this shit. You ain't doing shit. you over here. You did what you did. You're over here doing this shit. Look at you.
I'm just gonna be sitting on a chair, just encouraging.
I can imagine you're gonna be heating a magazine. You're gonna be on your phone. You're not gonna even be in the fucking home when she's doing it. You're gonna be out there old school style, where you get handshakes from the other guys. Good going.
I'll be right there. I'm gonna.
I bet.
She's gonna hike it to me.
Have you ever been in the fucking home when a woman gave birth live?
No, my first time.
My brother. It's a fucking sobering experience. It's a harrowing experience. Cause let me tell you something, my brother. I don't know. See, I don't know. You know how like they said that for women they something in the body makes them to forget how fucking painful it was.
Yes.
Like nature does that so that like they would be so inclined to have another one or whatever and keep the fucking species going. I wonder if there's something in there for the dad to look at her vagina in that state of disrepair and just to see that to see something that is gonna boggle your fucking mind and then still be like putting on some Sade and going like, oh, look to that pussy, it looked nice on there, oh, your pussy, and then but all you thinking about is carajo. I saw the fucking that guy, the other guy in there, the little guy is come out and fucking squeezing his shoulders out of there. Caralho. Because I seen it with like a friend of my mom came in there. I was in there and I saw that shit. But I wasn't romantically involved with this woman. But I was looking. I said, and this fucking woman, like, I don't know. It looked like somebody was punching her in the face. She had like a black eye for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? And she was angry and fucking surly. And at one point told me to get out because I
would have you get out too.
I wasn't saying shit.
Yeah.
I was being respectful. I was just looking to her vagina to see, what's gonna happen here, And then after a while, she, for some reason, I guess maybe because I'm attractive or whatever, I'm attractive, and she didn't want to be attractive to me during, when she's trying to have one of the beautiful moments to her life, But I felt like, let me to see that.
Right.
But then after I saw that, I said, next time, let me to don't see that.
It was disrespectful of her to do that. I think.
Was.
Yeah.
I was just, look, I'm not greedy.
Right.
I just want to wet my beak a little. That's kind of like with the situation with you owing me some fucking funds from all
You're right.
from all the fucking shows that you're doing here. I see you NBC, CBS, fucking BET. Next, you're gonna be hosting Hang of Iron. You remember that with the black guys?
Yes.
Hang of Iron.
Yeah.
Speaking
That
of
was a good one. Yeah.
Speaking of black people, we in the very beginnings of Black History Month. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And another thing I want to say is, congratulations, because apparently you must be some sort of. I didn't know this, but you half black or you have some black in you.
I don't actually. I don't. People always.
How that's possible?
People always think, but no.
They either think you black or they think you the new guy on the Dos Equis most interesting guy.
Yeah, when I'm a little thinner, I get that a lot.
Can you imagine? I had people asking me if that was really you. I said, no, it's not fucking him. But to be honest, I don't mind the way the guy looked, but I just it's not the same.
Yeah.
I'm just not the same. I like the other fucking guy.
Right.
He's looked like Ernest Hemingway or whatever.
He did.
This fucking guy, he looked like a low hand Kenny Florian.
Yeah,
with half the fucking acting job.
His beard isn't as nice. The other guy was a little more elegant.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be fucking old, like he's experienced shit.
Right.
This guy is young. I don't like this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you actor out there.
Well, maybe they thought like he's gonna die soon.
He looked like
something.
Adrian Brody or something like that.
He does.
Anyway,
He does.
and
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But so back to you being African, Afro-American. What's your people like to be called now? You prefer black or African American?
Yeah, well, both.
Okay, because African American always sounds too much. Sound like a
Right.
mouthful. Sound like you're trying too hard. Just black people, okay? But anyway, what do I know? So the question why I can't believe you're not part black because Brendan Schwab was just made up a comment recently, a video recently that he was bent out of shape because all the announcer or the analyst on UFC Tonight, which I'm not gonna even get into the logistics of what day and time or whatever is
Right.
tonight.
It's not tonight.
I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna
sorry.
get into that. We've hashed that out already.
Yes.
But I don't understand. He said that he's upset because why they gotta hire only black people on there. So I just wanted to speak on that.
Right. I don't know. I don't know why he said that. I mean, you need to have Brendan Schaub on the show and ask him. I don't know why he said that. I think, geez, I don't know.
He said something to the effect of, "Oh, we got it. Okay, you got. Okay, you're not racist. Fine, we get. Okay, Fox, we get it." Which is usually, we know that Fox is a bastion of liberal, agenda over there, where they always too overly sensitive about black people, and they're always trying to throw the black people a bone at the expense of, the white man. But he seemed to be he was exasperated about the fucking thing.
Right.
And I was just curious because I know that he's a very smart individual, and I know that he have a lot of opinion, a lot of experience. So I figure if he's saying that, he must be,
What do you think about that?
I think that he have a great point because it's like, yeah, sure, DC, Chiron Woodley, guys like that, they sure they athletic.
Yeah.
And sure, they can play sport and stuff like that. And sure, they've hit to the top of their field and actually is a current belt holder. But to expect that those two black guys would actually have anything constructive or knowledge to say about MMA and Vale Tudo, it's a stretch.
But they're champions in their weight classes.
Yeah, but they're so focused on training and lifting weights and
they have the extra tendon or 3 extra tendons.
Well, look, you said
Achilles.
it. You said it between you and Jimmy the Greek and whoever else. But I think maybe he have a point. Because then you have the white guys come in. Like the Tom Brady style.
Right.
It's like they used to say, he proved on the pudding. Tom Brady, they used to say that a black quarterback in the day, they only had Handel Cunningham and Warren Moon and stuff like that. Because they said, hey, the white guy, the black guys is going to be fast so they can be fast than the ball, can catch that one. But it's the white guy who, just like the Brendan Schaub, he say, have a great brain. He suggests that if maybe you sprinkle some more white guys, then you're probably going to get a better brain, and you're probably going to get a better, what was the other word he said? He said something, I can't remember.
Did he really say it? What did he say? Are you serious? What did he say?
Let's pull up for the fan because I don't want to...
I didn't hear it. I heard about people talking about it.
I don't want to misquote the guy.
Yeah.
So let me to pull up... Oh, here we go. Okay, so...
Sometimes you look at UFC tonight and like, all right, is that the best panel possible? Or are you just trying to check off the boxes? We get it, UFC Tonight, Fox. You're not racist. We get it. You have an all-black panel. We get it. We get it. We get it, man. Now I'm going to ask you again, are those the best brains and speakers for the art to the general audience?
So, what I get from that, Brendan Schaub, he know a lot about MMA, okay? So, and also him being a brain, him being a great brain and one of the great mind, he can also tell when someone is a great mind, is of like mind, or is not, okay? So he's perceived those gentlemen, and who cares? Why is this a haste thing? He didn't make it a haste thing. Why is everybody making it a haste thing? He's just happened to talk about those guys, and they happen to be black. I don't see why everybody gonna cry racism. And then also, let me finish, Kenny.
Okay, so
let me just say my piece. And then I'm gonna let you talk. And then he said also, it's a great. Maybe you can have better speakers. Okay. Now that's the part I'm not quite. I'm confused about, because usually if you're dealing with white people and black people, in my experience, black people always have great speakers. They like, they spend probably money that they should be paid to child support or rent money or whatever the fuck, but they spend a lot to have the bass on there. You have your speakers where there's the car or whatever, okay? So maybe that I can pick a bones to there. And then, but the other one, he hit it hard on the head, Brendan Schaub. He's an artist. He says the art. He's an artist. And, art is subject, So what Brandon Schaub see, he see a black guys up there, and he would prefer to see to wipe that canvas clean and to put a different colors on there the way he see fit. And who am I to argue he's an artist. So now you say your piece.
That's an interesting perspective. That's why people are going to like the podcast, because you give a different perspective, which I think is unique. But
touche.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. That's one way to look at it. For Brendan, I know Brendan, he's a good guy. Those words, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of innuendo. I don't know if he got tongue-tied or what.
What
He was saying a lot of things without saying
What do
it.
innuendo have to do with that? You think he was smoking weed?
He was saying things without saying it. It seemed, and like he
Well,
was.
how you did that?
He
That's
was
like
making
the Bruce Lee of the art of fight without to.
He was making references, to
Well, what kind of reference?
the fact that we had 2 or actually 3 black people working on the desk.
Why
for
they
a
have
fight.
that? They can't find a white guy in there.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's plenty, but I don't know.
why
I don't know
can't
what
listen-
exactly he was thinking, to be honest. But it wasn't the best thing to say, maybe, and I don't know.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, and everybody has an opinion. It's like.
But I like Brendan, so I don't know why he said that.
Well, why
yeah.
you still can't like him? I mean, just because he said that? I see a lot of comments on there. Most of the comments was positive toward Brendan Schaub.
Really?
And yeah, I mean, for your information. And I seen a lot of guys who said, yeah, it was a lot of guys. Granch. It wasn't a lot of black guys who was come to his defense, okay? But maybe it's just a lot of black guys don't follow the Strangle Squad. But I noticed that there was a lot of white guys who was echo the same sentiment, and a lot of guys was, believe it or not, was upset and brought up an unrelated topic, which is why on TV all the commercials feature a white woman dating black guys as if that's how it always is, as how only white women only date black guys.
Right.
And I found that to be an interesting take on that because, God, are you? I like the sound of that, but I myself didn't saw a lot of TV commercial like that. How about you?
Right.
Have you seen one? I asked the guy for which products he was talking about, and he somehow was at a loss to give me examples. But I wanted to saw it because hey, look, I like brazos and blacks on blondes and dog farch just as much the next guy.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot you talked about. I don't see a lot of that. Maybe I've seen a commercial before, but
Like where they have like a black husband and then they have a white wife on there.
yeah,
I'm trying to think of one that I seen like that. Interesting.
maybe one, but a lot of commercials, no.
Well, I guess the gripe. Well, somehow, whether it's true or not, and if it's true to him, it's true
I guess
because he's experienced that, and I wanted to be sensitive to that. Okay, because if he see that Hollywood only want to promote white women dating black guys,
right.
which he's seeing left and right, and he can't seem to get away from it. I have to respect that and maybe do my part to maybe cut down the amount of white women, gorgeous tens of white women
That you're
I
dating.
do intercourse to.
Right.
That a lot of guys like that probably would be in love with that girls and never get a chance to lay a fingers on that one. But your Uncle Hanachi is sitting there.
You got there first.
Making love to them.
Right.
So, I can imagine how painful the idea of that. God, I can only imagine, But, so, okay, other than Brendan Schaub, what other heroes of Black History Month? Who do you like to focus on in Black History's Month?
Besides Brendan Schaub,
Yeah.
I think a guy who really inspired people and got a chance to show what it's like to fight in a peaceful way is of course Martin Luther King.
He was fighting. He was a great fighter.
Well, not in the cage, but in the political arena
Wait,
and
the
in the
cage?
cultural arena. And,
Hold on. So Kenny So you let me, because now I'm getting confused. You say that Martin Luther King was not was living
He wasn't a fighter.
He was living in a cage.
No. He never fought in a cage.
Okay.
As far as I know, he never fought.
Thank God, because
Yeah.
it's Black History Month.
No, that wouldn't be good. Yeah.
So March Luther King. So
Junior.
for you,
Yes.
Junior.
Yeah.
Now that's like his son or whatever. Is he like a rapper or doing what he does? This Junior.
Well, he's probably a son of a Martin Luther King as well, so that's why he's Junior. It's not like in Brazil they go like, "Hey, Junior," like.
Yeah, Junior dos Santos.
Yeah.
But you put it before. So
I know. It's confusing.
well, okay. So now you gave you one. Living, I say Frederick Douglass doing a lot of great stuffs.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Donald Trump would agree with you. He's doing some good stuff out there.
he's doing a lot of great stuff, and just to be honest, it's like just
He's a good guy.
to find out that he's getting recognized more is really what I'm appreciate, and then also. And I love that guy too because when I have long hair, and I wake up and I don't do nothing with it, it's kind of look similar to a fracture.
Are you getting gray hair though too? You white hair?
You know what? I have a little sprinkles, but not much.
Right.
For a man of my
You have a little
of my
salt and pepper.
my vintage.
Yeah.
I do have a little salt, but not too much. Just a dustings.
Right.
To the point where you don't even notice until you're too close. It's too late. Caralho. But a lot of women respond to that, and a lot of women find themselves attracted.
Like the George Clooney look.
Exact, but only better.
Yeah.
Because not only salt and pepper you have there, but you also have some Egyptian cinnamon sprinkled onto my fucking face.
This is true.
And
George can get pretty dark though.
we're not in the same ballpark because
okay.
while I'm start off Egyptian cinnamon, that's when I'm not even have a chan. You put me into a chan, then you're getting into
Different
like
level.
the gingerbread area.
Right.
You're getting into gingerbread.
Yes.
Okay, and that's what can we say that had already got said.
And gingerbread is sweet.
This gingerbread, and you know what else? It remind me of gingerbread when these fucking chicks expect to get a child support and try to hitchhire on me. They're gonna find me being not unlike the gingerbread man because I'm gonna be like in the sprint position as fast as you can. I'm the fucking gingerbread man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
Hear you,
I'm
man.
out of there.
I hear you.
Yeah, you can like you can eat my dust. You eat ginger and nutmeg is in your fucking eyes. Those fucking chicks try to get that. Pew, yeah. You're sorry that you even brought up the subject. Fucking child support. But
man.
let me get back to where I was. So now, and a lot of people's always, want to point out the George Washington Carvers of the world and the W.E.B. Du Bois and, the Haile Selassie, whatever you're talking about here. But who's one person that's always get left out in your discussion of Black History Month and maybe need to be recognized now? Aunt Jemima. She was instrumental in creating a pancakes, not only a pancakes batter, but also a syrup.
Yes.
And Jemima was kind of not only was a hero to Black people and also poor people, but also Black women. It's a strong Black woman. And now, before she used to have like a do-rag, where it looked like Tupac Shakur.
Yeah.
Or the guy who
She was an entrepreneur.
She was
Yeah.
an entrepreneur. And she looked like she have like Tupac there, but also like the one who was like hide your key, hide your wife, that one.
Antoine Dodson.
Yeah, Antoine or John Dodson.
Yeah.
Same difference. So yeah, I'm not sure if you was familiar with some of her movie work.
No.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about this because was kind of before a lot of people's time, but a lot of movies was hip off from earlier Jemima films. One in particular that's just the top of my head. It was a Jean-Claude Van Damme film. Originally entitled Jemime Cop.
Time Cop.
Yeah, but it was also before that was a Jemima vehicle.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There's a lot of movies you don't know about that, which is also kind of sad because, you know, a lot of those black
She
artists.
never got credit for that.
She never got her due, you know,
Yeah.
because, and then you had the first movie that put, what's his name, Jim Norton? Or what? No,
Ed Norton.
Ed Norton.
Ed Norton,
It was Ed Norton that star turn. But the original is Jemima Fear.
I don't remember that. I don't even know.
It have, the remake have Richard Gere and Ed Norton. So, so there's a lot of stuff. I don't want to go off on and do a whole retrospective of all the movies and
But anyway, she never got credit
TV
for that.
show.
That's
yeah,
bullshit.
I mean, you can go down the list. You know, you have fucking, what is it? Star Trek, Deep Space Jemima, all that stuff was taken from her. So anyway, I want to get off that now because, you know, Black History gonna be all month. So we're gonna do a
Plenty
segment.
of time.
We're gonna talk about all kind of Black History on here. So we got time. Let's take a break for a second here, and we'll be right back.
Say it loud. Say it loud. Look here. Some people say we got a lot of malice. Some say it's a lot of nerve. But I say we want to quit moving.
Now it's time on the Vale Tudo Hour, where we answer your most burning question in a segment I call Dear Hanaj. Our first question come all the way from down under, from Chad Shieldsy, a.k.a. Shieldsy Chad. Mr. Hanaj, is there any chance you'll ever bring your fountain of knowledge in 27 World Championships to Australia for a seminar? Craig Jones and Keith Dale are good, but can only show us so much. Plus, it'll be difficult for our women to chase you for child support once you've gone home. All right. Now, obviously that was not the heel Shilzy Chad, and I did the best I fucking can, okay? So never mind if it sounds too much like New Zealand or whatever the fuck your comment's gonna be, okay? Or if it's a shitty accent, I don't care. It's the best your Uncle Hanach have. So anyway, my brother Chad, the answer to your question is yes. Your Uncle Hanach gonna came down there. I've already been out there a few years back. I went to 10th Planet, Melbourne, with Frank Backer, and did that, and they clamoring for your Uncle Hanach to come back again. And I promise I'm gonna came back out again. I'm probably gonna do maybe a whole Australia tour. You know, I'm gonna maybe go Melbourne, then go Sydney, maybe Perth or somewhere wherever's that place. I think Perth, they said, is like they have a bunch of, there's 5 women for every guy or something like that. It's like boring there and there's nothing else to do but enjoy your Uncle Hanach. So anyway, ask your gym or whatever, ask them to bring your Uncle Hanach and make to me an offer I can't refuse, and I'm gonna be out there on the next thing smoking. So great question, Struth, Grouse. I'll see you soon. Porra and caralho. Now let's take a trip to El Barrio to listen to my phone call with UFC featherweight Brian Cheese City Ortega as he get ready to fight Frankie the Answer Edgar. Simon.
Some of you don't know what's happening. Que pasa's not for you anyway. Cause this is for the raça.
Hello?
É aí, bichão, porra.
Hey, let's go.
How you doing, Brian Ortega?
I'm doing good. Finished training.
Yeah, you just finished training. What are you doing, stand-up or jiu-jitsu?
Today was stand-up. I got jiu-jitsu with Henner tonight.
You got jiu-jitsu with Hannah. Wow.
Yeah.
You're probably going to do better jiu-jitsu with your Uncle Hanach, but, it is what it is, porra.
Well, you're always traveling. Being a superstar.
Of course. So what's up, man? You got this fight. You got this fight coming up, and everybody's very excited from this one. How this came about? What happened here?
I guess Max Holloway got hurt, so Frankie had no one to fight. So they called me up, and then they said if I was willing to take the fight on 1 month notice, and I mean, we said yeah.
Of course, I say yeah. I mean, But what happened? Like Max Holloway, he's supposed to be the blessed one. So you think Jesus was decide that it's time for you to win this time instead?
I don't know, man. He said he hurt his ankle or something. I don't know.
Wow.
I
And
don't know. Maybe eating too much cupcakes, bro. Fucking
oh God, are you talking
all
stuff?
that all that weight, bro. Nah.
Hey, God, are you yo? For all you Hawaiian out there, your Uncle Henach didn't said that. Okay.
Uh, too much Ted's Bakery in Hawaii, brother.
That that was Chi City who said that, not to me. And speaking of,
All love though. All love. All
of
love.
course, of
He
course.
has a speedy recovery. He's had a speedy recovery. He's gonna be back. He's a
And
champ.
speaking of Chi City, where you came out with that name? Because I thought you was from LA, but what's the Chi part?
No, the cheese. Triangle City.
Where's that one?
The triangle submission, like the jiu-jitsu choke.
Oh yeah, and also speak close to your phone, Poha. You sound like you're far away, caralho.
I'm right here. Can you hear
And now
me?
you sound better. I can hear your voice.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Triangle City's from that. Oh, I thought maybe it was. I thought either you was from some kind of place I never heard of, or you was talking about Punchang,
Is that other triangle?
the Golden Triangle, Poha, or the Bermuda Triangle,
That's the Bermuda Triangle.
because that's where a lot of your Uncle Hanach money got lost. So let me to ask you. Speaking of Punchang, back in the day when I was starting Vale Tudo, there wasn't a lot of handsome fighter out there. To be like a guy who was good looking, they didn't took you seriously. You was just a catalog model or the Hunway model, or you can be like they treat you like a piece of meat. But then your Uncle Hanach was blazed the trail for guys who was fine as hell, who can also be taken seriously in Valley Trudeau.
You set the trail for us, man. At least for
Yeah,
guys like me.
because I think a lot of people think that you might be one of the Diaz brother who was like the model one. The one who is like you look like a Diaz brother who was a model, a fashion model.
That's a good one. I never heard that
Yeah.
one.
No, I think maybe you should look into that. Um, what's the deal? Now you Mexican or you half white or something like that?
I'm full Mexican.
You full Mexican. Where you got that blonde hair from?
I don't know, man. I tell my mom, I go, "What's up with that mailman?
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
was the mailman at that time?" But
The milkman, boy.
she's the milkman.
Yeah,
But
because maybe you look, maybe it's like because you have blonde hair, like when you see the picture of Jesus, he have blonde hair and why? Maybe that's why you're blessed from Jesus like that.
I know. I actually put my hair when I grow my beard. I put my hair down. I pretend to be Jesus.
I think Jesus said, "Porra, I want this Mexican gentleman to be blessed. I want him to be Mexican, but I don't want him to look Mexican. He's gonna look like Brad Pitt."
So I'm a fighter. You know, that's I got the best of both worlds. You're a fighter, and you look good. So I break hearts and faces.
Hey, look, I know what that's about, porra. I've been, tell me about it. I've been living that my whole life. Um, so Ortega, now, I've come to find out because I didn't know this about you that you came from a very tough area. Because when I first found out about you, I thought you was from the Ortega, the taco shell family fortune. Because they make a salsa, and they also,
Ortega la salsa.
porra, they make a hard shell.
Yeah. No, man.
That's
Fuck.
on the street was that you came from the forge and you had everything handed to you on a silver platter.
I wish I had 3 square meals a day, bro.
What about three
No.
square choco a day? Because they have the one that you can put on the table and it don't fall over.
We had, yeah, top ramen, bro.
Oh, chop almond is nice. Also they have the one. See,
Cup of noodles.
yeah, cup of noodle, but also you probably didn't even got the chop almond. You got the fucking one that's like. You ever seen the one that's like in black and white? It just say almond. I swear to God, they have that.
I've never seen that one.
When I was a kid,
Vienna. What about Vienna sausages?
porra, I tried to stay. I don't know nothing about Vienna sausage. because sauce is I more have a kielbasa. You understand?
Okay.
You know, I'm you know, that's why a lot of women thought that I was didn't came from Brazil. They accused me of coming from Hillshire Farm because they see that I'm have a kibas. Yeah. So let's get off of my kielbasa and let's talk about something else here.
Yeah.
You know, we was talking about the fact that you you um you have your blonde hair, blue eye, and even though you're not part white, I think a lot of people look at you as like the Miklo, the of Blood In Blood Out, from
Yeah.
of MMA. What do you,
That's my favorite movie.
that's your favorite movie?
Hell yeah.
No, I like that movie myself. You know, so 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 tell me, who you look to yourself as being? Are you more a Miklo style, or are you more the guy's Benjamin Bratt?
More no, I'm Miklo for sure.
Yeah, and but you know what? Let's hope that nobody tried
To blow my leg off.
and to tell you to give me some chong chong.
But look what happened though.
That's true. That's true. So a lot of these fighters in the UFC is try to push up on you and to intimidate you the same way when he was go to county and then when he was go to wherever Pelican Bay, wherever the fuck he went, they was try even the black guys. You have some black guys in the UFC who try to push up on you like that.
Nah, man, nah. I got I always got my killer bees with me, man. We ready at all times. If anything pops off, it's on and cracking.
I feel you. I feel you. You know, because I remember Blood In Blood Out when, but you got to be careful because you know that guy's the black guy who is like the transvestite or whatever you call when grab
Yeah.
he grab you. He have a tight grip on.
You go, you're on the clock, bitch.
Yeah,
Midnight is coming.
yeah, exactly. Hey, Cinderella, go find yourself a fella.
Cinderella, go find yourself a fine
Exactly.
fella.
But you're gonna find
Midnight is coming, and you're on the clock, bitch.
this is true, my brother. And you're gonna find that skinny black guy, he have a good his control there. And then when you say, "I'll kill you, faggot," or whatever he said,
Yeah.
he's gonna say, "Oh, you
Oh, you will.
will."
He
And
did have. He actually did have some good wrist control. You're
yeah,
right.
and who would that be? Who would that be if you was to say that guy, the Cinderella guy in the UFC? Which fighter would that be? If you wait,
Man, who's a feminine? Who's a feminine?
well, not feminine, but skinny and black.
Who's? I don't really talk to UFC fighters, bro.
Okay. Well,
But I'm trying to think of some skinny ones, but I can't put my finger on it.
I understand that. I want to talk to you for a second about your fight that's coming up here with your boy. Do he have a nickname?
Frankie, the answer. The answer.
Answer. Uh, but what the fuck was the question? I think that was Allen Iverson. Maybe he's trying to say something about practice or something like that. I don't know.
Are we talking about practice?
Yeah, not a game.
We talking about practice.
Not the gaming, not the gaming that no, I think it's funny too. I think it's funny too. Anyway, so you have your Frankie Aga now. Now this guy, okay. So you've been in there pretty much with every kind of guy, okay? I seen you've been in there with technical guys. I seen you get in there with crazy fucking guys who have a lot of heart, a lot of cardio, like Clay Guida, all that kind of shit. Do you think that Frankie posed some problem that you haven't experienced yet before?
I mean, every fighter, especially he's fighting for the world title. So anyone in his level is dangerous. I feel like anyone in the top three could be a champion on any given night. So it's just a matter of how that night plays off and who plays their cards right.
I feel you. Yeah, but okay. So why you think the only thing when I look at the matchup with you guys, I feel like this is gonna be an exciting fight. Okay. The only thing I'm wonder about is have you ever been in there with someone with the hand speed of a Frankie Ad?
Um, I mean, all the guys I spar with in boxing, but I mean, I know how to deal with it.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering. I mean, without giving away your game plan, is there a different way that you approach a Frankie Edgar in terms of the striking than you do like a Cub Swans or whoever the fuck else you beat.
No, I mean I have the same plan all the time, man. I get in there, I get in their face, and then I bang it out, man. That's how you know I'm Mexican.
God, are you? What about now? Let me ask you this: Do you use you? Do you got blue eyes?
I got blue eyes.
God, are you now? When you do you use that ones to like
The caquita, the blue eyes are turning caquita brown.
do you use the caquicha azules to manipulate them to hypnotize the way you would do with a young lady or something like that,
In a different way, but yeah,
but in a different way because they get mesmerized by that one.
yeah. I want to mess around with the eyes and catch them with the right.
I like that. Yeah, they in your spell
So
because
you know how they have jab, jab, right? I got jab, jab, eyes, right.
oh caray, I like that because Johnny Ferguson used those kind of tactic, but he used salsa dancing.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Um. Wow, I like that. Because when I talk about the blue hair, I mean the blue eyes and the blonde hair. I think about that you remind me and you remind a lot of people is talking on the streets and in the MMA community that you also remind them of a gifted psychic that is from TV from Telemundo. His name is Walter Mercado. You know who is that?
No, no, I have
Well,
Telemundo. I'm surprised I haven't heard of it.
yeah, because maybe you're a little young, my brother. This ain't my first barbecue over here. I've been around,
Oh, okay.
as you know, because I've been an idol of yours for quite some fucking time over here. But I want you to go, and this is gonna help you in your fight. I want you to go, and I want you to look up Walter Mercado. Okay.
Walter Mercado.
Okay, and he remind me of you, and you have some of the same spirit and the same essence as that guy. And when you see him, you're gonna realize, okay, now I have my spirit animal over here.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
because
Yeah, hell yeah.
you've been I've been your idol for so long, but I need you to also to have this guy, and he's gotta take you the rest of the way, Walter. Okay.
All right.
Okay, and I know Hannah. Okay, look, I'm the one who was the like an uncle to Hannah, and he don't want to give me a lot of credit, and that's okay. But the proof is to the pudding here, and I know that I feel proud of you because what I gave to Hannah, and then he was taken, make to his own. He's also then transferred to you. Okay.
The lineage is strong.
Yeah. But the part that's the problem is not only that my teachings transfer to you, but now we're gonna have to transfer some of your funds to my bank account, porra.
Oh shit.
This is the problem. You now you wetting your beak over there in the UFC. You're getting these big fight now. But what about your uncle Hanach?
Uncle Hanach, I'm gonna take Uncle Hanach to a nice steak dinner.
Well, carajo, your uncle Henach don't eat meat no more. So that I'm just gonna. How about you just give me the money for the steak dinner?
Got it. All right.
Okay. Okay. So now I want you to. You got any other stuff besides the fight that you want to promote?
I mean, I'm starting my own foundation this year.
Oh,
So I mean, it's coming soon, man. And this foundation to help people who are down and out.
it's funny you say that because look, I didn't wanted this interview to get into any kind of. I wanted to keep positive here, but now that you bring this up, I have a bones to pick with you. Okay.
Okay.
Now, on your last fight when you was get that your signature win against Cub Swans, you said something about you want to dedicate yourself to helping a charity to help kids.
No, that I want to get attention for people to donate money to my foundation so I can help kids and help people.
Yeah, but see, people is one thing, but when you're getting into kids, the area of kids, now you're stepping on my toes because you see.
I'm helping the ones you left behind.
Well, listen, here's the stuffs. When I'm trying to be instrumental in ending, my fight in ending against child support, when I have another guy out there who's trying to promote, it's like it cancels each other out because I don't know how much fucking help these kids need. I already brought these guys into the world. What else I gotta do here?
Be there for them, love them, talk with them,
Yeah, that
have a
don't involve
relationship with them.
where the money comes in on that one.
All that is free.
Exactly.
Oh, but imagine these kids have dreams, right? Dreams do cost money. Training does cost money. Teaching does cost money. Taking them to a baseball game or putting them on a baseball team, putting them on a soccer team, buying some books for them, all that costs money. Money makes the world go round.
Yeah, but there's a lot of free shit that don't cost money. Like
I know, that's love.
when I go to the beach, I see them like a lot of Mexican. They take advantage of the free stuff. You see a lot at the beach and at Griffith Park. You know,
I mean,
they have.
look at Costco. Everyone's there for the samples.
That's true. But you know what? See, these kids, a lot of people accuse me. They say, well, what happened? How come you don't want to take care of your kid? And I say, look, if you have a doggy, okay, and then you know how you sometimes that dog get lonely, you want to bring another one so it can be friends with that one.
Yeah.
So I made a lot of kids, okay, so that they can support each other. They have a community now, and they can lean each other for support. Okay, so now how much more I gotta do? These guys they got a great support system here.
But now let's just give them some stuff to play with. Let's buy them some basketballs. Let's buy them some basketball courts. Let's get them active. Do you want a bunch of lazy kids? Do you want a bunch of athlete kids that they're looking to inspire themselves and create a better future for themselves?
Listen, Cheese City,
Because think about this. Think about this, uncle. Think about this, uncle. When they grow up, they're gonna take care of you.
yeah, that'll be the fucking day. I'm gonna agree and disagree with you, Cheese City, because I don't want this. This interview has been a pleasure, and I don't want it to go into a very dark direction. Okay,
All right.
let's just stay off of that. Now, one more stuff. I know that you're a man of Christ like myself. Okay. Now, how it works here? Okay. So, what happened if, let's say, who is another man of Christ in your division?
Bless, right?
Okay. So, let's say that you gotta fight Blessed.
Yeah.
How you think? Do you think Jesus is gonna have a hard time choosing between you two?
No,
So, how he's gonna choose who's gonna won that one?
it's already said.
So, it's
He already knows.
before you fight.
Yep.
Damn! Imagine if you didn't even have to fight, and he could just gave you the money anyway.
I mean, I wish.
God, are you? I wish that too. I wish some of the kids that I have can go away the same way and not give me the money. Pretend that I gave to them the money. God,
But they're gonna give you the strength to endure a tough life, bro.
I've already endured that one. Now I want to have some fun for her.
Well, boy, get the kids to pay to get some money and then become athletes or
That's a good.
geniuses, and they take care of you.
That's not a.
Vacation homes everywhere.
You know what I'm gonna have instead of using Indian kid and Pakistani and all that kind of stuff to make my Renato Laranja gear. I'm gonna maybe start using my kids. You gave me a great idea, Paul.
They're the future, bro. They're the future.
I'm gonna remember that they're the future. The sweatshop labor. No more am I gonna outsource that one. I'm gonna do locally source my own kid. You know what? And on that note, that's what I'm gonna take from this conversation we had here. And I appreciate you, my brother.
You're welcome. You're welcome, my bro.
So, all you ladies out there, I want you to watch the fight. If you want to see a good-looking guy who look like maybe a young blonde version of your Uncle Renato, get out there, watch that fight. And all your jiu-jitsu community, all you Laranjinos out there, I want you to support this guy because this guy is the real deal. And this guy is represent the real jiu-jitsu in Vale Tudo. And it's a dying art of people who rely on their jiu-jitsu and trust in their jiu-jitsu and win fight and have 5 submission, 100% the time submission. Okay, so I want you to support this guy. If he's on pay-per-view, if he's in your town doing a seminar, if he's selling shirts, whatever the fuck it is, because if he win, then you're gonna win, and then your Uncle Henach's gonna win. Okay, amen.
Amen.
Okay, my brother. So I'm gonna. I mean, there's a lot more stuff we can talk about, but we're gonna save it for the next time after your victory, and we're gonna delve into some other subject. And you're gonna have a long, long career in fighting, and also as a guest on the Vale Tudo Hour with Uncle Renato Laranja.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Us, and thank you for taking the time to come on here and get your ass back into training. And I look forward to seeing you. And I'm always gonna watch you fight, no matter win or lose. You're one of the best, my brother.
That's a real one. That's a real one right there. Ride or die, homie.
Okay, my brother. Us, and until later, Carnal.
Okay, a rato, vato.
Okay, okay. Entiendes, Mendes. Okay. Ciao for now, porra.
All right.
Valeu.
Yeah, this is for the raza, raza, raza. Raza, raza.
Okay, porra. So now I'm back here with Ken Flo, UFC legendary fighter, Boston legend, street fighter legend, judo expert, fucking all kind of stuff. Hobart analyst. What else? I don't know what else this guy does. All kind of stuff now since I propped him up there. He also have a podcast. What's you have your podcast?
Yes.
What now? What now? For people like me who don't listen to that,
Right.
What the what's it? What's that one called?
It's the Anik and Florian podcast. I do a podcast with John Anik. He's also from Boston. We've been working together for a very long time. And
But is
yeah.
this some kind of thing about about Star Wars?
It is
Because you said you have the Anakin Florian podcast. It's like
Yes.
a play on Star Wars.
I wish we were smart enough to make that reference, but we weren't. We just used our last names and then put podcast after. So it
you
wasn't
said
very.
Anik. And
Yes. Oh, you were thinking
Flo-
Anakin.
Yeah, okay, now I
Anakin.
got it.
Yeah.
Now I got
see,
it.
Yeah. No.
You might want to. I bet you
Anakin. We could have done that. Anik and then Ken. Put that together. Because that's always.
You might want to because I think people is confused. I'm not the only one.
Yeah. It'd be
But
as witty
whatever.
as Ken Flo.
Look,
you know what I
it's
mean?
either here, it's here, and also there.
Yeah.
To me, don't matter. It's 1 dozen of one, 10,000 of the other.
It's true.
You know. So, what kind of shit you talk about on that one?
We just talk about UFC stuff, to be honest.
I got
it's
excited
mostly
because
UFCs. We talk about other stuff, of course, but it's obviously UFC centralized. We talk
So
about
that's
that
it.
stuff. That's it. Yeah.
So let me get this straight. So you go on the air on like UFC, the UFC show
Yes.
that you tape on Wednesdays, and
UFC
that
Tonight.
is called UFC Tonight. You talk about UFC there. When you announcing, you talk about the UFC, and then in your spare time, you talk about the UFC, and also on your podcast, you talk about the UFC.
Yes.
That sounds okay. That sounds like a lot of fun. You must get to
There's
think
a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you get
There's
to
so
think
many
about the UFC a lot.
Yeah, I know. And there's a lot of fight. There's a lot of fights now. And sometimes, when you're doing TV stuff, you only have like 15, 30 seconds sometimes to really break something down. It's not a whole lot of time. So you have to like condense it into such a small. So with the podcast,
You get your
as
real
you know,
feelings out there.
Yeah, you get
Plus-
to really go long a little bit. And,
Plus, they don't tell you kind of on the other thing. They probably tell you what to say.
No, they don't tell me what
No,
to
I don't
say.
want to get you in trouble.
No, they really don't. They really don't.
You go, okay.
People think that though. That's one thing. That's one thing that bothers me though, Renato, is
Yeah.
like when people are like, Florian, you're biased. You just like the other. I don't care. I have.
But isn't it
friends-
okay to be a little biased? I mean, if you like someone,
But you know what? Here's the thing.
you don't want to throw them under the fucking
There's
bus.
so many times that I have to pick against guys that I like, pick against guys that I train with. It sucks. It's the worst part of the job is picking fights. It's a really difficult thing.
Yeah, because you have
I've
to
always had a
answer.
hard time with it. And you don't want to offend anyone.
Who
but-
gets pissed? Who gets pissed at you?
I mean certain fighters.
Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't want to throw you under the. You can't talk about that. Huh?
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's been public. Some fighters get really pissed.
No,
you
I'm
know, some
saying
get-
like in your experience, are you allowed to say anything, or you want to let sleeping dogs to die?
Oh no, I mean, I don't really want to address that, to be honest. But it happened. I mean, it
I
happens.
don't blame you. I mean,
I'm cool with. I'm cool.
would there be one guy that that also have like a a nickname that sounds very similar to Count Dracula, but it's maybe something. It's maybe
being
something
nice.
like him rhyme with Michael Ja Bount Kisbing. Kiss King.
Michael Bisping. I love Michael. Mike's the man. He, I haven't had an issue with him. Some fighters get upset.
Why people always have an issue with Michael Bisping? In my experience,
Yeah.
whenever I see Michael Bisping, he have a shit-eating grin, and we goof around with each other.
He's a
and,
great
and
time.
we talk shit. And also, he's one of those guys who, like, you give him shit, he hit that ball high back to you.
Yes.
Very sharp, funny guy.
Yes.
Also has done favors for me, I got nothing but positive shit to say about the guy.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody here, they love to see that fucking guy fail. They love to talk shit about him. And I don't know, what's the problem with this guy?
But-
I mean, what's the problem? Why people feel that way about Michael Bisping?
People want to see Mother Teresa and the Pope fail. You know what I mean? There's just certain people
But
that are
him-
very negative out
Yeah,
there.
I mean-
but for Michael, a lot of
Yeah.
fighters want to fight him because a couple things. He has a big name,
Yeah.
and he talks a lot, so they know that's going to be a big fight
True,
for them.
true.
And
But it
he's
seems
at
like
the end
even
of
the
his
fans-
career.
Even
but
the
no, fans too.
You know,
yeah.
the fans is like, oh, Bisping this and
Right.
fucking, a lot of people, my fans, a lot of people hated him until they saw, us to do on my show, my old show. We did Snatch.
That was amazing, by
Snatchy.
the way.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
So Bisping, a lot of people say, hey, that guy have a sense of humor. He can, he did some acting in there. He
you
did
have
good job.
I feel like you do a better British accent than Michael Bisping.
Well, I appreciate that, and I agree. I can't disagree. But here's the problem. Michael Bisping come from, there's two accent, in my opinion.
Right.
Okay, I'm not a fucking expert on the UK
England.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's two accent in the UK that sound very, very different from all the fucking other ones, to the point where people from another country might not understand that you're even from England.
Right.
And I feel like Manchester is one of them, where
Yeah.
he come from.
Yeah.
And the other one is fucking Liverpool. Fucking Liverpool kid.
That's my soccer team.
Yeah.
I've been to Liverpool. That's exactly how they
been to
talk.
fucking Liverpool? I'm fucking devil kid. And fucking Darren Till.
What do you think about
I
Darren?
fucking love Darren Till. I fucking love that kid. But fucking Darren Till, you fucking owe me just like you fucking owe fucking Kenny Flow. Give me a fucking piece. Give me a fucking piece of the action. Okay, la. And you fucking heard it before. I'll fucking bop you. Alright, kid. But anyway, I spent some time with
good.
Liverpool. I was instrumental in bringing Darren Till when he was, got stabbed.
Yeah.
I was helped to get him over to Brazil. We have a long history. That guy owed me a lot of money.
Yeah.
He owed me a lot. He owed me his life. But we're gonna sort that out later. I'll probably have him on to the podcast. I think this kid's gonna do big stuff.
He's good, man.
He's got the shine.
Dangerous.
He's
Yes,
got the
he
shine.
does.
There's very few fighters that I've seen that come along where you go,
A certain something.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Johnny Jones was one of that ones. I said, oh shit, here we go. And then I seen the same thing. Conor McGregor. There's just certain
Yeah.
fucking guys.
Conor McGregor.
Yes,
That
Conor
guy.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to that fucking accent. So it's like me. I don't have to break a habit of a certain English accent like he do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like when you got a hustler that starts jujitsu.
Yeah.
He may be a better grappler than a white belt who never did any grappling, but the white belt don't have to break the bad habit. So he have to break the habit of the man chest.
Right.
So I don't think it's just that he don't have a bad English accent. Maybe he just don't have the same one that your Uncle Hanach have from a
Right.
certain area, because your Uncle Hanach is very adept and very
Versatile.
He's very versatile, very attract, and very in tune with his instrument. I have a
a good point.
facile instrument.
Yes.
I also have a big dick, which come in hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Two in hand is worth one in the tush. But not you,
Or something
but
like
somebody.
that. Yeah.
You know. So why we off on? Oh, we just got off on Michael Bisping. Anyway, hey, Michael Bisping out there. How you doing, my brother? I'm gonna have you in there. Don't worry. You're gonna be on the fucking.
Yeah, he's gonna
podcast.
get jealous.
Just,
by the way.
settle down, Bisping.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your chance. Okay. So now I want to get in because I have my opinions on stuff. As you may know, I may have some strong opinion on stuff, and people have heard my opinion on some of these fights. But I want to know, a guy from the inside, your opinion of this stuff. There's 2 fights that's coming up that's very intriguing to me. Okay, one of the fights is very new and it's crazy to me, but one of them is one that the fans been waiting for a long time, and it's just can't seem to fucking come together. And that's Tony Ferg.
Yeah.
El Kukui. And Kebab Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Habib Nurmagomedov.
Yes, Kebab Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Habib.
I got it.
Yes.
So tell me about that. Because I feel like Kebab, in my opinion, because you have a situation here, everybody's been knowing about Tony Ferg, okay? He was the Ultimate Fighter.
Yes, Ferguson.
It's Ferguson.
Yeah.
Ferguson. He's a Mexican, but with the name of a white guy. Also because his father was white. I don't know if you know this, he was discovered. His father was a wrestling coach, okay? And I believe Tony Ferguson was like an orphan, and he was working the lettuce fields, okay? And he was doing kind of like crouching down to pick up lettuces on each side, because they got to do that shit fast.
Right.
And you gotta be able to bend down and use you without bend your back, okay? And then he saw that kid and he said, "Porra, if that kid don't look like he's doing a hustling shot, like hotcakes." He pulled over the fucking truck immediately. He said, "Get in the car, kid."
Oh,
he said, you are Ferguson now.
Is that
You are
really how?
Ferguson.
That's a fact.
I swear to God, that's the God honest truth.
That's
I
amazing.
wouldn't,
See?
if I lie about that, that should be strike down now. Okay, that's the God honest truth. Okay,
That's amazing.
But so you have that, and you have all the panache and all the mystique that come with a Tony Ferg. He come out to the breakdancing music, to the freestyle and all that shit. Everybody love that. Everybody been waiting to see him. He's have a lot of exciting fight. But now you have, ever since, he came off injury, the tiramisu, all that tiramisu gate or whatever. And who was it? He just had, what he just did to Edson Barbosa, okay? I wasn't hearing that much about Kebab before. Now I go to Glendale and places like that. I see the name Kebab every fucking where I look. It's Kebab this, Kebab that. They got restaurants named after this fucking guy.
Yeah. But
okay, so it's like at least in LA, at least in certain part of LA, I'm seeing there's kebab fever out here. Okay, so tell me your take on that. What's your take?
Well, first of all, the kebab is like, you can get different. It's meat on a stick, and you barbecue it. That's different than this guy's name, Habib. It's Habib, not kebab. The kebabs exist. All right, so
I don't need you to come in here and tell me the kebab exists. Okay, I know that. Okay, like in what's the one? I don't in Shawshank Redemption. I don't need some wife killing lawyer to tell me the bear shit to the buckwheat. Speaking of buckwheat,
I don't know what that
Speaking
means.
of buckwheat,
Yes.
another great Black American. But
Yes.
I digest. Let's go on.
Okay, yeah. So Habib, he's an amazing fighter. He, as far as a singular attack or a singular style, he is one of the last guys left that you know exactly what he's going to do and you can't stop it.
Cool. I can't.
Habib. Well, no, I'm not saying you.
Oh,
you
okay.
personally, obviously, you would submit Habib pretty easily. We all know that. But as far
take
as
some
the
of
people,
take
in the,
just a little bit of the sarcasm.
no,
out of
I'm
there.
serious. I'm serious. I think you
Don't
would catch him.
patronize me.
I think
Ken
you would
Flo.
catch him. But Habib is he's a tremendous wrestler. So, and he does it safely. He gets to the clinch in a smart way. He doesn't just kind of duck down low and expose himself to a knee. So
Yeah. He used the clinch to set it up.
yeah, he gets to the clinch. He gets these takedowns, and he's amazing from top. He has excellent control. He beats the hell out of you when he gets on top.
I see this.
And he doesn't give you any opportunities to really submit him in that process. So But if there's one guy who can keep up with that kind of pace, with that kind of energy, who can, be effective in the transition off of those takedowns, it's someone like Tony Ferguson. And this is a guy who obviously is going to be dangerous on the ground. He's got long arms. He's not going to back down. We know how tough he is. He's been in some crazy wars. It seems like he gets stronger as the fight goes on. So
this is true.
This is a fight that I think that when it finally comes together, this is the fourth time they're trying to put this fight together.
So
hopefully it happens, man.
Oh, fuck. I'm not going to get too excited because fuck. But I agree. I mean, as you well know, and I think you might have too. I trained with Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
You at least been there when he's been there. I feel like you. Okay, well, fuck. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
But I've trained with this guy, and it's like even when he didn't have yet like the chop jiu-jitsu. Like I seen him hold with guys, myself included.
Yeah.
Where the guy might have more jiu-jitsu techniques,
right,
or might technically be like, oh, that guy know more jiu-jitsu.
Right.
He have like this never say die, and just he's like a junkyard dog that just won't fucking stop and will do anything, go anywhere. He's like playing. He's like a I mean, I'm not trying to be crazy, but it's like a you know how there's certain people in an art form who's just different, like Thelonious Monk or MCs like MF Doom or something, where you go, where's this guy going with this? Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? No, but it's like he don't limit himself by anybody's standards of anything. He just he's creative. He'll try shit.
Absolutely.
And it's exciting. It's crazy.
And that's the thing.
To me.
I think if you want to be something special, you have to be a little weird.
Yes,
you have to be a little crazy.
Yes.
And I tell you what, man, Tony Ferguson, he's a little crazy, but that's what makes him so special and so great, you know?
And you know what's funny about his persona? He's one of those guys that, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, when he get on the mic and like promote and shit, it's like the Tony that I know doesn't come out, and like people get this view of him that I wish was different, because the guy is a cool guy, and he's actually, for all the weird we're saying, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy who have a good sense of humor, who don't take himself too fucking seriously and stuff. But I just don't know that he's the easiest guy on the mic. Like he's not a fucking WWE guy or whatever.
Yes. But he's trying. He's trying.
He's trying, and I give him credit. But what come out then is like not. Like,
who
him I
as.
know, and it's like I feel like people get the hung impression of like the likability factor of the guy. You know, it's like I like the guy a lot.
He's a sweet guy. He really is.
And just I always hoot for that guy, and I just love to see someone fight with balls, heart, creativity. He has. I mean, everything you could
no
ask
doubt.
for. And then it doesn't hurt that he come out to that early '80s b-boy shit.
That's pretty cool.
I don't mind that whatsoever.
Yes.
So we have that fight. Okay, so if you was just pressed, if you like you had to pick a winner in this one, and you're not gonna hurt my feelings because look, I'm a fan of Khabib, but the problem is I don't know the guy personally. He seemed like a upstanding gentleman, whatever, but I just never trained with the guy. I never even met him. So of course I'm gonna hoot for my boy, who I do believe. I believe can win this fight. But I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. No, so I would say this: if it's a 3-round fight, I think Khabib.
Okay.
If it's a 5-round fight, I think Tony. So
is it gonna be a main event?
I think it's a main event for sure. So it's 5 rounds for sure. It's 5 rounds because it's for
telling me
it's for they're saying it's for the belt, but I don't know. I still don't know.
Belt?
It's going to be for Connor's belt.
What's the belt?
But I don't know the actual lightweight belt, not the interim belt.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you was trying to be like Ha Davis. You know that guy?
No.
He said, "Oh, you tripping."
That's
You know that one where he's like lock up and the guy said, "You look like a motherfucking racist pieces, motherfucker. Get over here." And he's like, "Tilt that ass." So, you never heard that?
I know.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Gore, gore." And the guy he go, "My first night in jail, this finna be a breeze." You never heard that shit?
No, that's really
anyway,
good.
He go, "You tripping." Oh, you a freak. You never heard? Okay,
No.
so I thought you was like, it's a belt or whatever. I like the guy. Ha Debs. Sometimes the shit is more funny than others, but I followed the guy on. What am I trying to plug this guy? He got like 2 million fucking people on there.
He's a big deal.
Never mind that guy. He's a black guy, too, by the way.
Oh, he is.
Afro-American history. But he's the president. He's African-American.
He's the president.
He's Afro. He is a black, now. He's a black person.
Gotcha.
Now,
Okay.
present.
Yes.
The present. Okay, so now we gonna hap up pretty soon, because I don't want you to take up all my time today.
Yes.
I got other
I'm
stuff to
sorry.
do. I know for you, this kind of gig is like one of those ones you want to relax and hang out, spend as much time with your Uncle Hannah as you can. But for me, this is just one of the fucking stuffs I do, you
Right.
know? And I got a lot of shit to take care of, okay?
Yes, I understand.
But anyway, okay, so I'm intrigued by who I'm with a colleague of yours, a dear friend to yours, and also, Popeye's Chicken, most valuable MVP and most valuable Black History Month fighter, Daniel Cormier, also DC, okay? Which is also a nickname for Washington District to Columbia,
Yes.
which is also nickname what? Chocolate City.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you can see a lot of the stuff I'm doing here is flavor for black
Right.
people
Yes.
to enjoy this month. After this month, not so much.
Right.
So go ahead. Tell me about this fight, which is
Yeah.
exciting. You say you don't sound happy about this one.
Well, I'm nervous about it because I'm close with DC. This was a fight that I'm happy for DC because it's a big fight and it's
It's about as big as they come.
it's about as big as they
Yeah.
come, and he has the opportunity to really. I mean, he already is going to go down as a Hall of Famer. That's
of
for
course.
sure. But as far as legacies, very few people have won 2 world championship belts at the same time in 2 different weight classes. So
Yeah.
Connor's the only one to do it simultaneously, and Daniel Cormier has that opportunity. Here's the crazy thing. He could actually pull it off. He's good enough of a wrestler and he's smart enough of a fighter to do it. This is a guy who knows how to win, but Stipe makes me nervous.
He is. He does. I
He
get
hits
it.
hard.
He hit very fucking hard.
Yeah.
But you know what? Think about this. How much harder do you think he could possibly hit
Then like Alexander or something?
no.
Oh, who?
Anthony, a big ass
Oh,
Anthony
right.
Humble Johnson?
Yeah.
Now, usually, Humble Johnson put a punch like he put on a fucking haymaker or whatever. Like, you know that what
Right.
he had like an overhand height
Yes.
on somebody's chin.
Yes.
I mean, he knocked you out with like a tap you with a left.
Yes.
He put a lot of mustard behind that one that he hit DC with, and DC did do the truffle shuffle there for a
Right.
second. He hit him with that. You know what he looked like to me when he got hit? He looked like the kid in the beginning of Juice. You ever seen the movie Juice?
Yes, a long time ago.
You know Steel, the fat one?
Uh-huh.
When he was getting heady in the morning and he have like a Snicker bar, like a Payday or whatever, a Baby Huth, and he's getting heady and he do a beatbox. He goes, so he remind me of that.
Oh, my
Immediately
God.
my mind went to that. And I thought,
Wow.
wow. I said, not only is DC a great fighter, but look, he have a career in black movies. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. But he took.
You make a good point.
He took. I mean, I don't know anybody aside from like, let's say, I don't know, Ngannou wasn't even around at that time. But like, you know, I mean, that guy was probably the most feared fucking puncher. You know.
Yeah.
And when he got cracked with that one, I go, done. It's over. You know. And he covered. And I've never been. DC is one of my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
He's not my absolute favorite fighter, but he's one of my very favorite.
Yeah.
And the reason is, if you see this fucking guy in a bar or see him just on the street, first of all, you would have no idea that this fucking guy's a fighter.
Right.
You know, he have that fucking missing tooth, and he's just have a sweet face. You know, he looked
Right.
like a neighbor on a fucking black TV show that come over, and you see him.
He's relatable.
Well,
Yeah.
you see him, hating the ice box or whatever, and then
Yes.
you go, Curtis, you know what I mean? Like if he was like the neighbor on something, or you know, like maybe Martin or something like that, or
Right.
or a Family Matter. You go, Curtis, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. You know what I mean? And his lips have all kind of whatever he was in there. Like he would be that guy. So he looked like more like a friendly black guy, you know.
Yes.
But then, and he's also not that big. He's not that big. You know, maybe he have a little chub, but he's not a very big man.
No.
Not very intimidating. Look, the fucking list of guys that he's defeat.
It's unbelievable.
The size difference.
And he's undefeated at heavyweight.
The size. I mean, it boggled the mind for people who don't really know or haven't been around. You know, for maybe the casual fan who's never been around like the behind the scenes of MMA, seen the training, all that kind of, to see what this guy is doing is, I don't think until maybe after he's done, people can really grasp what the fuck this guy is doing at the size that he's at. It's almost unthinkable.
Couldn't agree with you more. He's one of those guys that will be appreciated after he retired, really, because the people don't really. Well, here's the problem. He's in the same damn division as maybe the greatest fighter we've ever seen, John Jones.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's like,
and he's only been beat by him and a juiced up him at that.
That's it. And the first time they went the distance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He took a round off, which is a bad mistake. The second fight, I thought he was winning, and then he got
that was heartbreaking.
hit with the kick.
That was heartbreaking because I was like, I could not. I mean, if I was gonna think that DC would be handling John Jones, it wouldn't be in that fashion.
Right.
It was gonna be like checkdowns or something like that.
Yeah.
To start like looking like.
He was landing good shots.
I mean,
man.
but looking slick too.
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
and then when that happened, I was like, I just feel for that guy because you know he's so passionate about it. You know.
Yes.
You know what's another thing I just thought of too, which is interesting in the sport. You know, you have not to pile on about Brennan Schwabe, but an interesting thing that exists in our sport is you know, it don't happen in other sports where you have relevant champions every weekend. Announcing or analyzing the shit.
Yes.
So you see him like you would see, I don't know, one of these ESPN guys, and you see him in the suit and everything. It's like almost like you take the fucking guy for granted. You know, you go, oh yeah, it's just DC. Oh, look at, he's one of the announcers, you know, and you go, oh, he just sit there with Karen Bryant. But it's insane. Like you don't see Steph Curry or LeBron James in between games going, oh, you know, doing play-by-play or whatever the fuck. I mean, this
And I'll
don't
take
happen.
it at another level. This is a guy who he does UFC Tonight, you know, every week.
Wait, that's why he couldn't be here today?
Well, I don't know if that was the reason. He's doing the Ultimate Fighter right now against Stipe, so he's filming that right now.
But how's he going to do that at the same time if he's doing UFC Tonight?
Well, I don't want to get into that. He's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to do UFC Tonight for a little while because he's doing the Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
So he's doing that. He's an amazing father. Like he's at if he can make it, he will be at all of his son's football games or wrestling practices, his daughter's ballet, whatever, gymnastics.
He's a better man than I am because I don't have time for that.
Right. And he coaches he coaches wrestling like to kids. He's been doing that for years. And he fights at the highest level possible. So he's a dude, man, who I have so much respect for that guy. And he's just a good friend. He's just a great guy, and people don't really realize it of how special he is, you know.
Yeah. I agree, you know, and you know, would it have killed him to fucking call in, you know, on a break?
I know. Next time.
Next time. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the next time this show gonna
Maybe
be.
you're not gonna have time for him.
That's exactly right. Because next time after the first one drop, the offer's gonna be came in. I don't know if I'm gonna have. Well, he might not be on my head on.
I'm hearing rumors about Conor McGregor being on your show.
Conor showed a lot of interest. I wanted to be careful not to have too many Irish and Caucasian on there because we're gonna get the worst situation, you know. And then they're gonna say, Hanach only pandered to the Irish guy, Irish karate stars and stuff like that. So
maybe Kebab.
I gotta be careful. Kebab is you know, is welcome anytime here.
Yeah.
And you know, before I bid to you to get out of my studio, what projects you have coming up? I'm sorry, not projects. What? Because where you don't live, where you living?
I'm not in the projects right now.
Where you living? You was living the hill somewhere.
Yeah, now I'm over.
spot?
Now I'm over in Venice. I'm living in Venice.
You live in Venice.
Yeah.
Oh, how nice for you.
Yeah.
You also driving a hoverboat on that fucking thing to make ends meet because these fucking guys in UFC not paying you correct. But And you know, I got news for you. It's not gonna get any better on the Vale Tudo hour with you, Uncle Hanach.
Yes.
Because you're gonna be lucky if you get a chap water and a Hanach sticker. Okay.
I was treated really well here. Actually, I got
You
I
were.
got
It ain't
some
over
really
yet,
nice
though.
water. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Don't count your chicken. Okay.
Sorry.
So you got that. You got the fact that you're living in Venice coming
Yes.
up. What else?
Yeah. I opened up a gym. It's over in Brentwood, Santa Monica area.
It's in Brentwood, Santa Monica area.
Yeah.
What a fucking coincidence.
Yes.
Your Uncle Hanach teach at a place in Brentwood.
Really?
Right across from the Hoss Dress for Less. You know, like the Fatch Burger on Wilshire, kind of near Bundy.
Yeah.
That's where your Uncle Hanach been teaching for like maybe the past
So we're
3
like
years.
rivals.
Well, we rivals, but you could have asked me tribute.
permission.
You could have said, you know, in the old country, you could have said, hey, listen, you know, I want to give you a little percent of the gross.
You know what's crazy? I'm right now. I'm on Santa Monica and Barrington. It's called Meraki Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Well,
And
I'm disappointed to hear this now. I teach 2 times a week.
Okay.
I teach a 2-night class there. 7th. It's not my place.
Nice.
I
Okay,
just
yeah.
teach there a couple classes. But you know, Uncle Hinacha, people like to see me over there.
course.
You know, and like to learn from me. And the ladies like to come, and, you know, screaming and stuff. You know, it's kind of like when Justin Timberlake used to play ball at the Y. Sometimes you had all these fucking girls like pretending they want to
man.
watch basketball, but you know.
yeah.
But, you know, so they out there, kids, you know, kind of trying to get a peek in there, kind of like, you know, back in the old days, Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, and all that kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I don't love to make comparison. But you have me there, okay? So there used to be, so there's a dog grooming next to us. So the place I teach is the Brentwood Club, BJJ.
Okay.
Then you have next, it's like a doggy grooming place, whatever. I can't remember the fucking name.
Exactly.
But anyway, I don't know how we even got on. Oh, you gym. What's it called? Hockey Saki's Karate Studio?
Meraki Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Is that like a play on Hockey Balboa, but kind of like a Caribbean version?
Me Rocky. No.
Me hockey.
Yes.
You see me hockey ball.
Meraki is a.
Meraki. You know who
it's
like
a-
that? The Philadelphia fans. And you know they have a lot of Haitian and African and Jamaican there.
and they like Rocky.
yeah, and so they call that. But anyway, go back to what you was talking
No,
about.
Meraki is a Greek word. It means to put a piece of you or passion, love into what you do. So I really connected with that, and
Caralho.
yeah, it's just it. Yeah.
That's like my condo. When the girls come over, they leave a piece of them there that they never gonna got back yet. But they check a piece of me with them too.
That's Meraki.
Caralho.
Yeah.
Caralho.
That's Meraki right there.
Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful.
Well, on that note, this has been a powerful. Boy, if this is the first one where we're getting our sea legs together, can you just fucking imagine the fans, what they have in store?
Sky's the limit.
What they have in store for the future.
Yes.
This is gonna be the favorite podcast you tune into every day. You're gonna forget about the Anakin Skywalker Cam Flow podcast,
Yes.
the whatever other shit you listen to, and you're gonna start to focus more on your Uncle Hanach and the Vale Tudo hour with none other Renato Laranja.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you, and what a mitzvah it was for you to be here.
Yes.
Spend some time with me. It's been too long, you know.
Dude, it was great.
and,
I can't wait for more. I'll be subscribing, and I wish you the best of luck, man.
I wish me the
Can't
best
wait.
of luck too,
Yeah.
and I wish also that you know your wife who was a former and maybe active model, gonna bring some of her friends to introduce and
Yes.
to maybe hang out,
For sure.
maybe no pressure, just maybe some
I'll
some
try to
music, some alcohol.
I'll try to make that happen.
Try.
Yeah.
What was it that Yoda said in that one?
What's it?
He said,
Don't try, do."
There is no try. Fucking introduce me to your wife, friends, the white ones, and the Puerto Rican one.
Man,
He
I
said,
like it.
Introduce me. Let me to wet my beak. Let me to wet my beak. Let me to. Just a tip. Let me fuck. He remind me of the guy in, you saw Your Highness, That one,
No.
it's like like Pineapple Express. The same people they did like an adventure, like a medieval. There
Yes.
was a guy like Yoda, but he was like gay, and he made them to suck his dick for like the information or something like that. Anyway, who cares? So anyway, so all my Laranjinos and Laranjinas out there. That's it for Kenny Florian. But you know what? Since I'm just getting this podcast together, who knows if this is the end part or if this is just the middle or whatever? We shall see. Okay. Porra and caralho. Ciao.